Hi everyone. Today in this session we are going to discuss about simple electric circuit. So in last two videos we discussed the common symbols we are using in the circuit diagram. So on the basis of that today we are going to see how can we draw simple electric circuit. So in our daily life we always use torch. So torch consists of a small bulb, a cell and a switch, and it is connected through the connection wires. So this is an example for a simple electric circuit. Now we'll see how can we draw the circuit diagram for this example. So the circuit consists of a bulb. First we will draw the bulb. Then it requires a power supply, a cell and a switch. Okay. So what does it mean? It's a positive end or anode of the cell and is a negative cathode of the cell. And what is the direction of conventional current flow? From positive to negative. So don't forget to put the arrow mark to represent the direction of flow of electric current. And this is a bulb, this is cell and this is a switch. Now this is an open switch. If the current need to flow means we have to connect it. So this is a simple circuit diagram showing the component bulb, cell and the switch. Now we will see if we are using more components, how can we draw the circuit diagram. In this circuit, we are going to draw with the components key, cell, ammeter, voltmeter, load and even rheostat. Let us see. Okay, first we are starting with a cell. Okay, so then we have an ammeter. We always know that ammeter should connect as a series to the circuit. So series means one component after the another one. This is plus and this is minus. So ammeter plus should be connected to the plus. Then the negative side we have to connect it to a load. Okay, we can, I'm just using here it as bulb. You can connect fan, bulb or anything. And this is our load. Okay, and across this load we always connect the voltmeter. Voltmeter plus should be connected to the point of plus and it is connected as a parallel connection. So both connections should join the single point and the negative should be connected here and this we are going to connect it with a rheostat. Okay, it is going to connect it with a rheostat and the rheostat is going to connect using a key. Key, rheostat, cell, ammeter, voltmeter, load. And how can we represent the current flow from positive to negative? From positive to negative is the current flow. So this is the way we can draw the electric circuit or circuit diagram if the components are rheostat, key, cell, ammeter, voltmeter and load. Keep in your mind ammeter should be connected as a series connection and voltmeter should be connected as parallel connection to the circuit. Circuit means the path along through the current is passing. Now I just made this as an open key, right? No. So all other components are connected but the key, the plug is not at all inserted. So we can call it as this circuit is incomplete. That means the current is not coming back to the point. Okay. Or else if anything, the bulb got fused. We can consider that key is there but the bulb got fused. Then also there is no option for the current to complete the path. So that condition also we used to call it as incomplete circuit. Now I am just making it as closed key. So if the current is allowing or current, all the components are allowing the current to travel through it and it's coming back to the or it's completing the circuit, we can call it as closed path or closed circuit. Now we will see how it works. Okay, how we can take the measurement. So once this entire thing is completed and when we put the key inside the plug, ammeter shows some reading. Now nothing is there means it will be showing 0 reading and voltmeter also shows 0 reading. Now we are going to plug in. Okay, put the key inserted inside the key. Now what happens? According to the position of the rheostat, it shows some variations. It shows some value. Correspondingly, voltmeter also shows voltage across the bulb. Okay. Now, we are going to change the position of rheostat. If less resistance is available in the circuit, current will be more. If same way, voltage also increases or the brightness will be more for the bulb if less resistance is available. If you are keeping till the edge, if the jockey command till this edge, maximum resistance will be available in the circuit. So current will show very less or current will be decreased. Same way voltage also decreased and we will get a dim light. So if the resistance is less, we will get maximum voltage and current. If the resistance is more, we will get less current and less voltage. So by varying the rheostat jockey's position, we can find out different measurement in ammeter and in voltmeter. Our next topic is insulators and conductors. This word is very familiar. Last year also we studied that, but we studied in the case of heat, the conductors of heat and insulators of heat. Here we are going to study about conductors and insulators of electric current. Okay. We know that free electrons are responsible for the current flow. If you consider the case of insulators, the free electrons are almost nil in the case of insulators. So that means the materials which does not allow electric current to pass through them are called insulators. Or we can tell that it offers maximum resistance. If the current is nil means it offers maximum resistance. The reason is that there will be almost 0 free electrons or 1 or 2 electrons will be available as in the case of insulators. Now if you see the case of conductors, there are more number of free electrons available in the conductors. So it easily allows the electric current to pass through them. Almost all the metals like copper, aluminium, iron, steel, brass, all are good conductors of electricity. Our body is also a good conductor of electricity. If we see, pure water is a bad conductor or an insulator of electricity. But the impure water is always a good conductor of electricity. The common water what we are using is not at all pure. That's why always sometimes we'll get the shock when our hand is wet. So that means the water what you are using is not a pure water. It's an impure water. And same way mercury is also a good conductor of electricity. So insulators means the material which does not allow electric current to pass through them, and conductors means which easily allow the electric current to pass. Thank you.